forums and from Reddit and various other places. I'm here tonight to talk to you about DCS CoPilot, which is a little project I've been working on in my spare time. And I've advertised a little bit on Reddit, but I thought I'd make a video to explain to everybody how it works. So I'm actually streaming my pit from my PC. I'm actually on a Mac at the moment developing the app, but this is just so you can see what's happening. When you launch the app for the first time, it's going to ask you, do you want to download some sample data? So just click on that. Gives you an idea of just we'll populate it for with some simple simple examples. Same for waypoints. When you click on waypoints, it's going to download some standard waypoints. But the first thing you want to do when you launch the app is you want to make sure that the IP address is set so that DC BIOS can talk to the machine that is now hosting and running DCS. So I'm just going to put this in. And once that's in, then the app should be able to be talked to DCS BIOS without any problem. So just to prove that point, the app is designed to give you a list of commonly used waypoints or frequencies, but also should be allowed to let you manage them and add them very quickly. So I'm just going to, for example, add a new waypoint. It defaults to this name. I'm going to put in a degree, minutes, seconds waypoint that DCS is going to understand. It's missing one character there. Yep. And maybe make the altitude 100 feet. Right. Once I've captured the waypoint, I either hit done and then it gets added to my list on the table, or at this point I can also send it to the jet. Now in order to send a waypoint to the F-18, for example, the A-10 and the F-16 will work just as soon as you press the button. But for the F-18, because it's difficult to know whether or not an MFD is in HSI mode or not, you actually need to start reading that information back from the pit, which is not something the app does yet. The sort of precondition for sending something is that you need to be on your HSI page on the APCD, which is the middle AHPCD, I think it's called, which is the middle MFD, and you're going to be in data mode like this, right? So you're going to be actually seeing some information. You can move then to a blank spot where you want to program the waypoint, and then in the app you simply say send to F-18, and you can say it's punching in all the required buttons to put the northing, easting, and even does the elevation in feet as well. So it's just added that. The same, of course, would go for a frequency. Let's say I've got magic on 251. I want to send it to COM1. Simply hit the F-18 COM1 button, and you can see it's put in 251 for me there. So that's how you can quickly put in frequencies and waypoints. The other thing about the waypoint, I'm just going to hit done here. You can also send the waypoints by right swiping there and hitting send. It asks you which airframe you want to send it to. In this case, you click F-18, it sends it off. And of course, you can also delete waypoints as well. But the really cool thing, the really cool thing is that you can capture your waypoints, which is something you can do whilst you're in flight. If you're like communicating with a JTAC, or you've got human players calling out coordinates to you. But in my particular group that I fly with, every week you have a mission. At the moment, we're doing one in the Persian Gulf. It's a weekly affair, and of course, it's a mission that requires lots of different airframes and has lots of different actors in it, and require lots of different waypoints. So the one thing that DCS CoPilot can do is they can actually read JSON files from any site that you specify. I happen to just host these in GitHub, so that some of my fellow group members can come in here and modify things as they see fit. So the mission is called Iskander. You can see this from this file. It's Iskander. This is an F-18 airframe and the waypoints for it. If I click on it, you can see it's just a simple JSON file listing out some key things about the waypoint: elevation, latitude, longitude, name, and type. Right. In this case, there are 3 different waypoints. And what I can do is I can go to the app and I can say, hey, listen, instead of using any of these ones, what I want you to do is I want you to load custom waypoints. I want you to load the one that's called Iskander F-18 waypoint. And when I hit the load waypoints, you can see those 3 waypoints have come through. Now, if that wasn't good enough, once the 3 waypoints are in, let's go back to our jet here and we'll pick a blank. So we're going from waypoint number 5 here. once those waypoints are in the table, I can send all of them in one hit just to the jet. So when I hit this button now, it's going to cycle through every single one of the waypoints in this table, and it's going to punch it into the jet. As if somebody had loaded a data cartridge into the jet a couple of hours ago, and it was all pre-programmed with these waypoints. Now this works, this waypoint, it doesn't do it with frequencies, but with these waypoints, this works out of the box for A10, F16, and F18. The only difference with the F18 being you sort of have to create the right parameters for it, like you got to be in your HSI data mode. You can see now that app is finished, and now you can see on waypoint 8, we started on 5, which means it's entered in 3 waypoints for me, exactly as they appeared in the app. So I now have them set and ready to go. In the A10, of course, all these waypoints will be sent as named waypoints too, providing your name is not too long. You would have to shorten this down to fleet or something. So it's an example of just editing fleet. And when you would, if you were to send this, it would send it as a waypoint. In the A10, it would send it with the name in the CDU as being fleet as well. So there you go. This is not the final UI, but it's getting really close. I think I just wanted to show off some of the features of it. It's going to expand over time. We've been getting together with some of the guys in the group, and they've got some really good ideas on how to progress this and make it like a co-pilot, a kind of mini computer that you have alongside you that helps take the load off the pilot, especially doing things where you have to fiddle with MFDs and stuff like that. Things that probably in real life would already be pre-configured for you. So that's a little bit about DCS CoPilot. Hope you enjoyed the video. I don't know, post in the comments or in the Reddit or forum channels where I post this in, and let me know what you think.